Don't just go into land banking without having a comprehensive knowledge of what land banking is, because this is the major undoing of many people who call themselves land bankers. And at the end of the day, after a few years of leaving the land, maybe to appreciate, they notice that it does not even appreciate to the level at which they projected. Meanwhile, there are certain things they did not know right from the onset. So in this video, I want to define, give us the full definition of land banking. And this is not just the only definition I'll be giving us. I'll be making another video that talks about still the definition, looking at the important words, at the crucial words in land banking. So this will guide you whenever you want to invest in land banking. So let's move into it. What is land banking? Land banking involves acquiring undeveloped land in an area with growth potential, securing it and holding the land for future development or sale when its value appreciates. I hope you got that. So let's now look at what are the key points in this definition. Involves acquiring undeveloped land. So when we talk about land banking, the first thing you need to know that you acquire undeveloped land. So this is not a matter of it is a bush or maybe it is far inside. No, this is not a matter of distance. This is not a matter of it's a bush. We know that when you say land banking, we are not talking about a place where there's urban development. We are talking about a place that is still rural. It's still undeveloped. Majorly, most times, they are virgin land. So undeveloped land, that's number one. In an area with growth potential. So that must be a major consideration when it comes to land banking. Does this location have a growth potential? And that's why you need to look at it. What are the things that makes a location to grow? What are the likely factors that makes a location to grow? Number one, we have spoken about it in a couple of videos we have made in the past, but when we talk about government presence, we talk about infrastructures, we talk about industries coming up, we talk about population growth, we talk about demand. So we talk about landmark. These are things to look at. So you don't just say they showed you a place and the next thing is to go and invest there. What are the landmarks? What are the things that are springing up there? This should be your guide, not just investing blindly, not just going into it, just throwing your money in it that, okay, you too are a land banker, but did you consider the growth potential of that location? In as much as there's no 100% speculation, no 100% projection that will eventually come to fruition, at times it supersedes it, it's more than that, but the matter is at least to like 80% assurance when you are projecting, when you are speculating that in the next 10, 20 years, in the next 10, 15 years, this location should have been matured, because there's something we call maturity of location. It's not in this, but there's something we call maturity of location in real estate investments. So when is it likely for this location to be matured? These are things, these are factors you look at. So the growth potential, you secure it. This is very important. Don't just buy and not do anything to secure. So we talk about possession. You possess it, the way you secure it is by possessing it physically and legally. Then another way of securing it is by occupying, leasing it out for people to use. And I think I made a video called How Not to Lose Your Land, How to Easily Lose Your Land to Omonile. Put all these things in place, then you are good to go. So you secure it. If you can fence it, fine. But if you can't, there are things you can do to secure it. Just like I said, you can lease it out and be collecting peppercorn rent. What is the other thing? Holding the land, you need to hold it. It is not something that in the next 6 months you want to sell. That's not land banking. Maybe that's land flipping. That's not land banking. Land banking is long-term in nature. You must be futuristic in your approach to land banking. It is a marathon. It is not a sprint race. So you need to hold it for a while. It could be 10 years, it could be 15 years, it could be 20 years, depending on your objective. For future development, it may not be, your end goal may not be to sell. It may be, maybe, for instance, you want to use it to build a school, but you have projected that, okay, in the next 15 years, I'm going to build a school in this area. So it could be for future developments. You need to understand that. And what is the last one, or sale. It could be for sale. So is it a future development, so for a future project, or sale? You may want to sell it, retailing it later in the future when its value appreciates. It's not in the next 5 years. It's not in a matter of 10 years. That's why I spoke about maturity of location. When its value, so the maturity and the appreciation in value, they go hand in hand. So when its value appreciates, not when it is still appreciating. When it appreciates, in the next 15 years, this location should have matured, and which means the value would have appreciated. So I think with this video, I've been able to give us a perspective, a definition of what land banking is. In another video, I'll also be still talking about the definition and looking at the key points in it, so that you will put these key points, these factors into consideration when you are doing your land banking, when you are investing in land banking. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, kindly do by clicking on the subscribe button and click on the notification bell so that you can be notified whenever we release a new video. We'll meet in our next video. Stay blessed.